Hello, my friends. My name is Luis Monteiro. This is the third video of my YouTube channel where I explain the cure for chronic urticaria by the traditional Chinese medicine. On my second video, I presented the three basic concepts about what chronic urticaria is and what is not in the view of the traditional Chinese medicine, as well as I made a first approach, a general approach to the theory of the 7 emotions on the traditional Chinese medicine, according to which the negative emotions affect the health of internal organs and consequently the health of the whole human body, the health of the person, generally speaking. I finished my second video with the 7 emotions and I announced that I would explain them in detail in this third video. How the 7 emotions work. For the traditional Chinese medicine, negative emotions are considered the main causes of disease. Within normal limits, the emotions do not cause illness or weakness on the body. However, when emotions become uncontrollable regarding intensity, but especially regarding the duration, and they start to overwhelm the person, and they can cause serious damage to the internal or the inner organs and open the door to diseases. It is not so much the intensity that causes these damages, but mainly the prolonged duration of these negative emotions. Although Western doctors tend to downplay the impact of emotions on the inner organs, the pathological damage that are made to organs is very real and is a primary concern of the Chinese medicine doctor. Excessive emotional activity causes severe yin and yang energy imbalances, blood disorders. Qi blocks, qi is the vital energy on the meridians and damage the vital organ functions effectiveness. As soon as physical damages takes place, eliminating the negative emotions is not sufficient to achieve healing. The pathogenic characteristics of the 7 emotions, they harm directly the qi of the organ, which is the vital energy. They also affect the organ functions effectiveness. Anger and revolt affect the liver. Fear and anxiety affect the kidney. Sadness affects the lung. Weariness and repetitive thinking affect the spleen. Anger and fury affect the stomach, and excessive joy affects the heart. For example, people who laugh and cry at the same time, which is not normal, or people that laugh on a funeral, which is not normal also. Shock and fright also affect the kidney and the heart. I will explain this point in detail a little more ahead. In traditional Chinese medicine, joy refers to conditions of agitation or overactivity or overexcitement. When someone is overjoyed, the spirit disperses and can no longer be controlled and stored on the heart. The affected organ because of this is the heart. And excessive stimulation can cause inflammation problems on the heart related to symptoms such as restlessness, insomnia, and palpitations, and arrhythmias, or nervous tics and hysteria. Anger and revolt can cause hypertension. Anger, in the view of Chinese medicine, includes a wide range of associated emotions, including resentment, irritability, and frustration. Anger will affect the liver, and this results in liver qi stagnation, which is the liver energy, or fire on the liver. Fire is an ascending energy as flames burn upwards. Uh, this can cause that this excess of yang energy on the liver to go up to the head zones, resulting on headaches, migraines, dizziness, and other symptoms related with the head. In a long term, this can result on high blood pressure and can cause also stomach and spleen problems. It is common to see that people who have a pink face or indeed a red face, they are more likely to suddenly show rage at the slightest provocation. Sadness and sorrow, they affect the lungs, uh, producing fatigue, lack of hair, shortage of breathness, crying, or depression. The treatment for these conditions in Chinese medicine is done by acupuncture and Chinese phytotherapy formulas that are used to tonify the qi or the yin of the lungs. Um, Also, sadness can block the qi or empty the yin from the lungs and manifests itself on in rapid and shallow breathing. If people also have anxiety, the mix of these two emotions cause the qi, the vital energy, once more, to be blocked and not to move. So, anxiety also affects the lungs, which control the qi, the vital energy, through breathing. Common symptoms of lung emptying and or extreme anxiety are the retention of air or apnea, shallow and irregular breathing, and dyspnea, which is the sensation of not being able to breathe deeply. Uh, this feeling of shortness of breath that people experience during periods of anxiety is very common. Anxiety also damages the organ that in Chinese medicine is considered to be linked to the lungs, which is the large intestine. They are they both belong to the metal element. For example, people who are too much anxious are prone to ulcerative colitis or intestinal disorders. Weariness is a very common emotion, especially in societies like ours, full of stress. That this consumes the energy of the spleen. This causes digestive disorders and may lead to chronic fatigue. One of the main roles of the spleen is to produce blood from the nutrients. A weakened spleen cannot transform the food into qi. effectively and consequently cannot produce uh, enough nutrient blood that have the necessary qualities for a full function. This successive loss of chi or vital energy, once more, causes the person to wake up tired without the ability or the capacity to solve the problems. In the face of this, the person, instead of dealing and solving the problems of life, the person starts just to experience them and gets hostage of the problems. Simply this and only this. Fear and anxiety affect the kidneys. This connection can be easily detected when, in a situation of extreme fear, a person can lose control and urinate herself or himself. Uh, in children, for example, this is also manifest when they urinate themselves on bed during the night. Sometimes psychologists associate this problem to insecurity and anxiety. Prolonged anxiety due to worriness, for example, with the future, can empty the yin, the yang, and the chi of the kidneys, the energy of kidneys. And this can lead to chronic weakness and chronic tiredness. On Chinese medicine, it is considered that the kidney is responsible for the vital force, which is the life force, the force to work, to take life ahead. When the young energy of the kidneys is worn out, people lose the ability to carry out their and to carry on their projects, to carry on what they really want, and to live as they really want. They cease to have the strength to move life ahead. The kidneys have still big responsibilities in filtering and flushing toxins out, as well as on the circulation of liquids inside the body. Uh, the symptoms of kidney imbalance include low back pain, infertility, impotence, or excessive sexual desire, urinary problems, fragile bones and teeth, tinnitus or deafness, edema or asthma. Shock is especially debilitating to the kidneys and heart. Uh, the fight or escape reaction causes an excessive adrenaline release from the adrenals or suprarenal glands, which are located by the kidneys. This makes the heart to respond with palpitations, anxiety, and insomnia. The chronic stress caused by shock can be very much harmful and even dangerous for the whole system, and cause a vast type of problems. Um, Severe shock can have a lasting effect on Shen, which means the spirit, the consciousness, a memory that encompasses the mind and intellect and is stored in the heart. This becomes quite evident in victims of post traumatic stress syndrome, for example. The treatment involves psychotherapy, herbs that calm the spirit and nutrate the heart and kidneys, and regular acupuncture treatments. As I have already mentioned, I am one of the persons who prefer to consider the fury as one of the main emotions on the seven emotions theory, since it affects the stomach. And I do not agree to join fury with the emotions that affect the liver, such as anger and revolt. Fury actually creates reflux problems, burning in the stomach. This emotion can cause many imbalances like those I referred to, and which may evolve to ulcers or other serious stomach problems. In my next video, I will explain yin and yang work generally and also apply to urticária. I hope you like this video and watch my next videos that appear already on the screen. Please also put your like on my videos and subscribe my YouTube channel. You can also join my Facebook group Urticária Crónica, Cura pela Medicina Tradicional Chinesa, and follow my blog chronicurticariacure.com, where you can register yourself on the discussion forum and post your urticaria case so that I can answer you when your turn comes. Below, I leave the links so you can follow me. Until my next video, thank you all. Stay safe.